Alright, let's continue on and speak with Sphene, and we'll move on to our next quest here in the main story entitled One of Our Own. Sphene is resolved to take part in the coming battle.
Mathia, we've briefed Unveiled on everything that has happened and sent word to the others. We've now got to consider what our next actions will be.
Alright. Wrong button.
Calyx has offered you the opportunity to confront him directly. And though it feels much like striding face first into an ambush, we have little choice. If we are to destroy the memories he supposedly has stored in the upper reaches of the Meso terminal, then that is where we must go. While I'm still upset at being deprived of my moment, I nevertheless did my due diligence. I can confirm that the relay that we found was indeed transmitting surveillance data to a device somewhere in living memory.
And so now that we know that...
When you go to fight Calyx, pray let me fight alongside you. Let me fight for the memory of Otis and Zelenia, and for the other Sphene I may have become, but more importantly, for my beloved kingdom and a joyful tomorrow.
It's always been your fight as much as ours, if not more. Of course, but no reckless heroics, or if things take a grim turn, I'll keep you safe, but yeah, you're kind of still needed around here. As I will point out.
Yes, I understand. I promise not to subject myself or the party to needless danger.
We'll hold you to it.
I'll be coming with you as well. You know my reasons.
Indeed. And as for you, Unveiled?
It hardly needs saying, but your fellow Scions also have every intention of accompanying you into battle.
Oh, of course.
So adamant were Alice and the others on this point that they have already left for living memory. I'm more than ready to do the same.
Yeah, I just shrug my shoulders. I'll keep patrolling the streets for signs of trouble, especially from anyone wearing neo-regulators.
Should you need anything from me, I'll be on standby here in the back room.
As for you, Galorja?
I really want to go with you too, but I know I can't. I know that sometimes you have to be patient and trust in your friends.
Indeed.
Mathia, Kryla and I think that we should talk to Gosan before we leave for living memory.
How come?
Under Calyx's direction, preservation has helped shape Alexandria's society for centuries. Taking him down will have serious consequences, and we need to warn the officials in charge about what we intend.
Even though they likely could oppose it? Because, yeah, their neo-regulators will likely make them want to do otherwise.
Justifications aside, we should be acting against the wishes of all who desire to become endless.
We're doing it for the right reasons, right?
Exactly. We don't know if Gosan will approve or oppose our chosen course, but either way, leaving without a word is the wrong thing to do.
I'd rather keep him in the dark, to be honest.
Come, we should be on our way. Resolution first, yes?
Indeed.
Be safe, everyone. We'll see you when it's over.
So, away we go. Let's head on out. We know exactly where we're going. And just like before, the dramatic music, the tense music that carried over from the cutscene still plays when you're out and about. So, north to Resolution. You can see the gathering of people over here, so somewhere in here is Mr. Gosan. So yeah, we're leaving it up to me to explain what we're about to do. How are you gonna react to it?
I see. A difficult situation.
Yep.
In the absence of an official sovereign, I agree that it is not preservation's place to dictate the future of our nation.
But...
However, I also cannot simply take a side and declare my support for your efforts to defeat Calyx.
So now...
Is that because of the new regulator you wear?
Yeah!
I've yet to register it.
Oh, really? I'm shocked.
I find myself caught between the fear of dying and the desire to carry out the duties of governance. My greatest concern is how we shall stem this ever-increasing terror of mortality when becoming endless is no longer an option. And that's to say nothing of the recent slaughter committed by our own soldiers. The fact that such violence was perpetrated for the very purpose of creating endless will, paradoxically, make it more difficult to endorse your chosen course. It may not seem logical, but for those who lost friends and family in the attacks, halting the creation process altogether would render the deaths of their loved ones utterly meaningless. Is it not cruel to rob them of what little solace they could claim, when we have only just learned what it is to mourn?
You know, he's really putting it out there, isn't he? Hey there, Luna, welcome to the stream, glad to have you with us.
Tell me, how are we meant to overcome such tragedies?
Well, yeah, how do we explain this to someone who's been so loyal for so long?
We stop begging others to teach us, for a start.
Who goes there? Well, it turns out it's not just one person, it's a group of people. Some of them are wearing regulators, some aren't.
For the longest time, we've been protected by Queen Sphene and the systems put in place by our forebears.
Yeah, that's right, our resident Colosseum fighter who had to give up his job.
The hardships and responsibilities of life were distant things, and we felt entitled to our comforts, even as we barely noticed those who risked everything to keep us sheltered. But no more. From now on, we need to learn on our own. How to live with the promise of death. How to endure the pain of loss. We may never learn to love such things, but we may learn to survive them. The people beyond the barrier, even the Alexandrians of old, they've all had to live with these fears. There's no reason we can't do it too.
So, you guys do have some level of rationale.
What are you all doing here?
Yeah, I'm as shocked as you are.
Malachite called us in, and the Oblivion members briefed us on the current crisis.
Oh, really?
You don't stand idly by while your house burns down.
So yeah, I guess Oblivion is just going around to give everyone a heads up.
We came together and thought about how we could help.
So how will you?
Long story short, we've decided to join the fight alongside Oblivion.
It's not a good idea for you, though. Yeah, he's confused, like, what?
I say fight, but we're well aware of how little use we'd be in actual combat.
A battle of ideas, on the other hand. Now that we might be qualified to do something about. We'll talk to our neighbors and do our best to quell their fears. Convince them to make the most of this life and enjoy all it has to offer. Perhaps that will help to ease your burden.
Look at the shock on our faces.
It certainly will. Even if a few are assuaged by your words, it will make things easier.
Yeah, look how happy he is. And how happy they are. Yeah, the few of them who are willing to actually stand alongside us, while everyone else gets a neo-regulator.
Those who have already registered will be difficult to sway, but there are still many who waver. Those are the ones we'll concentrate on.
Gossen, if you truly care for the people of Alexandria, then now's the time to start thinking of ways to prevent more deaths.
Yeah, I guess you are the man in charge because Galulja can't do anything.
Were I to become endless at the expense of my countrymen's lives, I would regret it for the rest of my existence.
Oh. It's why, yeah, he's actually going to forego his regulator. Break it to break the chain to ensure we can't get to the milestone?
Forgive my weakness. When the people have lost their way, it falls to the government to support and guide them. Alexandria can rise above this sorrow and find its way forward once more. Is that not so, Your Majesty?
What?
Indeed it is.
Yeah, you could recognize her under her hoodie. Yeah, we're looking so shocked.
No, that wasn't... what I meant to say was...
Yeah, too late.
Calm down, Sphene.
Amity, you used her name.
Yeah, this is worse than the Warrior of Darkness revelation. Yeah, and everyone else can't help but laugh either.
The perfect resemblance to our beloved Queen Sphene has not escaped our notice. Yet we also understand that you are not her. Having to live in secret, unable to share who you really are, that must have been hard on you.
Clearly.
When you come back, please tell us all about yourself. I imagine yours is a rather outlandish story, but we're eager to hear it all the same. You're one of us, an Alexandrian, and we don't abandon our own.
What say you? Oh, you're gonna pull your hoodie back, huh? Yeah, I guess it's time for you to stop hiding. Yeah.
I promise to return.
Yeah, your beloved queen who walks around dressed up as a commoner.
And when I do, I look forward to speaking with you all.
Well, yeah, now that her cover's blown. Alright, the quest must continue. Let's go ahead and speak with Sphene.
Everyone was so warm and welcoming. Alexandrians are, as ever, a stalwart people. How glad I am to be home. Thank you, Gostan. That decision must have been difficult to make.
If only I could claim the courage to do so came from within. The final push came from Alexandria's citizens, and their bravery in taking the first step towards change.
Speaking of which, can I ask you to lock that Neo regulator away where no one can get to it? That should prevent the registrations from reaching the target number.
Or you can just break it on the... Or you can just throw it on the ground and break it, right? Or is it indestructible? I'd be glad to do so, but I fear it would be to no avail. According to our most recent surveys, the number of neo-regulators in circulation exceeds the stated 5,000. What? I surmise the surplus simply sought to account for those like myself who have had a change of heart, or are otherwise hesitant to register. Grab. That does sound like something Calyx would do. Well, we'll have to face him either way, so no point in delaying the inevitable. On to living memory. I guess we know what we're doing. Yeah, thanks, Gostan. Meanwhile, for Erenville, have a look around.
Things seem much the same.
Well, thankfully no one has attacked you yet. Yeah, you are a native of the area that was Yassulani, and now has become part of Alexandria. Yeah, look at her hyperventilating.
Listen, you have nothing more to fear than any other normal day. Deep breaths. We'll get through this.
Is she wearing a white or a black? It looked like a white from the profile.
You'd be telling them much the same if you were here. I suppose it falls to me now.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, carrying a little Kakiwa keychain wherever you go. So it's time for us to abandon this place for now and head off to Living Memory. So upon our arrival, let's go ahead, because the Shtola's now here, and so are the twins.
Ah, 'tis good to see our comrades hail and good of the battle. As for us, we've been ahead to inspect this lay of the land. There were no changes of note aside from within the Meso terminal itself.
Why? What's happened to the Meso terminal?
The wall has receded to provide a convenient entrance into the structure's interior. There was no such ingress when last we were here, so we must assume that Calyx has since manipulated the terminal's electrope. All to facilitate his most gracious invitation to the upper levels. An invitation I am eager to accept. For the sake of all who love Alexandria, I will not yield nor leave them to despair.
Indeed. So, we'll go ahead and take 2,512 gil for completing this quest, and one of the 3 tier 11 materia of Heaven's Eye, Savage Aim, and Savage Might, and you know how I roll. I always take the Savage Aim because I am a Dragoon after all. Looks like Luna has arrived on scene. We'll team up in a moment, but we must continue on with the main story first and foremost, so let's go ahead and speak with the Shtola to take on our next main story quest, entitled A Terminal Invitation. Ishtola would proceed to the Meso terminal. Not yet, Luna. Not yet.
I believe everyone determined to be here is present and accounted for. Shall we make our way to the terminal? We wouldn't wish to keep our insistent host waiting.
Yeah, don't worry, Luna. We will get there. Don't worry. So yeah, let's fly on through the helixes, past all the palm trees, and get to where we had to end the 7.0 main story. A whole bunch of people are here, but we're here now for a completely different reason. So, yeah, looks like Graha's in the way. Wook? Oops. Sorry, I'm not thinking here.
Well, here we are again, facing another battle to decide Alexandria's fate.
Yeah, we were literally here a year ago.
For 4 centuries I slept here. Upon awakening, I found the world as I knew it had changed. I was still frightened at first. I couldn't recognize a single thing and thought everything that I had loved had gone to dust. Yet beneath the unfamiliar surface, much remained the same.
Yeah, like what?
For that, I give my thanks to Otis and Zelenia and the royal knights who laid their lives on the line to defend our way of life.
Even though this version of the way of life is pretty warped.
I thank every Alexandrian who believed in our future and passed on our legacy. I thank my other self who so loved this kingdom of ours. And I thank you all for kindling this hope in my heart, this courage to take up arms and fight once more.
So as the music dies down...
So let us make our stand together and fight for what we hold dear.
Think back to your alter ego.
The kind and gentle Queen Sphene was too weak to serve her people, and so she will serve them no more.
Even with tears in her eyes as she said it.
Freed from conscience, I shall become a ruler that can protect Alexandria, a devourer of worlds.
So yeah, usually I have something to say in these things. Together we stand, together we fight, or we will rise to the challenge that the Endless Fiend could not. But yeah. Because the genuine article is here to help us out this time round.
That we shall. Her wish to see Alexandria endure is one I am happy to fulfill.
Let's head inside and finish this. Indeed, we must.
In the upper reaches of this terminal waits the device which holds Calyx's memories. It falls to us to make the climb and destroy it once and for all.
Aye, we must bring matters to a definitive end. We will not suffer him to cause Alexandria further harm nor claim the key.
The Queen entrusted it to Matthias for good reason, and besides, 'twill be a tragedy indeed to relinquish a relic with so much research potential.
Ishtola, this is not the time to be thinking about such things.
Apparently, Calyx thinks he's taking your measure. I urge you to correct that misguided assumption.
Yeah, with a shit-eating grin.
And Alphanode, I wholeheartedly concur, yet would still counsel caution that he would be so bold as to extend us an invitation who speaks tremendous confidence in his preparations.
So now,
come friends, we set forth into the midst of dreaming endless.
Yeah, it's right through that door. In the base of this statue you've been to previously, as the Meso terminal itself is now accessible. Yeah, and the level 100 dungeon music for Alexandria will continue to play on until we get the green light. So, what do you say? We go ahead and turn the light on and turn those lights out.